Welcome all. Today we are going to discuss on the topic Aruda Pada. Now Arudas are simply means which has come up, or we are in the world of illusion. What we perceive about a person need not be true, and what we perceive or the illusion perceived is Arudha. Arudha means image, appearance, raised up, mounted or ascended. Pada means a quart or a portion. Now, there are various kinds of arudas which are used in astrology, and a few of them are the Lagna Aruda, then the Dana Aruda. The third house, the Aruda of the third house is called the Vikrama Aruda. Fourth, the Matra Aruda. Fifth, the Santana Aruda. Sixth, the Vyadi Aruda. Seventh, Bharya Aruda. Eighth, the Niryana Aruda. And ninth, Bhagya Aruda. 10th, Karma Aruda. And 11th, Labha Aruda. And 12th is Upapada or Vyavya Aruda. Um, Arudas are represented as A1 for Aruda of the first house, A2 for Aruda of the second bhava, A3 as Aruda of the third bhava, and so on. What exactly are Aruda Pada? Now, generally speaking, all of the Aruda Pada shows the illusionary projection that a person uses to defend oneself against the psychic invasion. And Aruda Pada also represents the general impression that the public receives on getting a first impression of a person. So, given the stresses of the public life and certain required kind of acting that accompanies social interaction, there is frequently a factual gap between the Aruda Lagna's illusionary projection about matters of the bhava, the good and the bad, versus the reality of the material social manifestation. For example, a person might be pretending as if he is highly rich in order to please a girl. So, what the girl perceives about the person might not be true. So, if we see the Aruda Lagna of that person who is trying to act, probably we will be able to understand that he is trying to act due to the illusion, and the reality is something different. So, it's something like the psychic advertisement what human beings use. Everyone projects around the material self an aura of hopes, dreams, wishes, and expectations. Usually, this aura projection is quite unconscious and it represents the psychic truths of the person. Clever people can consciously or unconsciously project the illusion of being quite a different soul than one really is. The aura is by default rather than pure and innocent, but in the control of a skillful handler, it becomes a combination of social attributes, subtle suggestion, charismatic charm, and marketing spin. So, this kind of aura is a very important and powerful entity when properly understood and controlled. Everyone has an astral shield that is full of messages about oneself that may or may not be materially accurate, but nevertheless, this is the advertising which the public uses to decide what is true about a person. But in reality, it might not be true. So, the Aruda Pada gives certain kind of positive or negative impression. It is rarely, however, a perfect match to the material truth. Aruda Pada shows the direction a person is going or wants to go. There might be a blocking in going to the next step. Since most of us are not realized beings, and this aura helps us to get to the next step, and Arudapada is normally related to material truth, but it is an astral phenomena, not a material one. So the intuitive impression that they have received is the psychic product of a particular Arudapada. So Aruda literally means mounted or ascended or risen or elevated on high. So having reached or attained, come into a state. So upa means towards, near, by the side of, and so on. So how are aruda padas used? While lagna stands for the true self, aruda lagna stands for the maya associated with the self. So it shows how the native is perceived in the material world. So it shows the status of the native. So probably if the aruda pada of the first house, if Rahu is placed in it, then the person might be thought as a person who cheats. So the 10th house from aruda lagna is D10, shows perceptions about one's conduct in society. It deals more with one's status in career. So in our next session, let's see in detail about the computation of aruda padas and its high level of use.